Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Rewind GenX podcast with Matt and Allie. I'm Matt.
And I'm Allie.
And today we're going to be doing our fourth and final Christmas episode for 2025. It's going to be dropped right on Christmas Day, and it is...
A Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story. It's a major award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it says Fragile.
It must be Italian. So real quick, I want to give my buddy Jack's company a plug. It's called Wrapped in Jesus. It sells really nice Christian clothing, hoodies, shirts, hats, and it's very high quality. And it, of course, promotes your faith in Christ. And so a big shout out to Jack and his company, Wrapped in Jesus. So there you go. I'm a fan, and he's a friend. So there you go. You can find this stuff on Amazon, and let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. So we can start off with our grades for the movie.
You go first.
Okay. So I give this an A, solid A. I think that there's some minor things that I was like, but people are gonna be so mad at this. I think this has less problems than Home Alone does, or like less issues. Like, is it a better movie? It's pretty even. I think they're like both really good. I think this one's more classic, more 80s. The other one is like 90s, I guess. But I think this one has like less plot holes or issues that I was like, I really didn't have anything wrong with the movie or any problems. I just don't think it was like a masterpiece of a movie, but like it's super good. It's so funny. It's like I said, it's a classic. Like it's the 40s, but it's like, yeah.
Well, I would disagree that this movie has any problems. I think it has no problems. I think it's a.
I thought, yeah, but
no,
I think
it's an A+. It's a perfect movie. I think this movie is absolutely amazing. I actually got to see this movie in the theaters when it came out in 1983. So I was probably 9 going on 10. Because it came out a few months before I turned 10 years old. I was taken to see this movie by my grandpa Tommy, and I think I mentioned this last week, and he took me to see it. The movie was halfway over. He was like, back in the old days, like when my grandpa Tommy was a kid or a young man, like people like they didn't really show you movie times. Like the movies would just run. And so like you went to the movies whenever, and like you just went in there, and if the movie was halfway through, you just sat through, you watched the end of it, and then you sat there and rewinded, and you caught the beginning of it. So that's what we did with this, because he was kind of old school.
That's so weird to me.
It is weird to me. It was weird to me too, that even then, because they were like, there's movie times, Grandpa, but like whatever. He didn't care. He's like, we're going to the movies, and you just go to the movies, and you just show up when you show up. So,
yeah.
But I enjoyed it very much, and there's a reason TBS plays this thing for 24 hours every single year, because it's incredible. Yeah. Oh, and they've been doing it for years.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's like no problems with this. It's such a great movie. I give my A+ to like a masterpiece.
This is a masterpiece. This movie's classic. There's so many classic moments in it. It's like perfect. There's nothing wrong with this movie. I can't think of nothing wrong.
There's better. There's better. It's not like
it's not like, it's not The Godfather, but it's definitely an A+.
So like, that would be an A+, but this is not like an A+. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
All right. Well, there you go. That's our grades. And now we'll just show you a quick snippet of the original trailer.
In this modern age,
perfect,
too many people have lost sight of the true meaning of Christmas.
Mom! Hush! Shut up, Ralphie!
So now, in the spirit of the original,
me to you! Stop!
Traditional, American Christmas.
Thanks a lot!
MGM presents A Christmas Story.
Ah!
Dashing through the snow.
Uncle!
In a one-horse open sleigh. For the field we go. Laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring. Making spirits fly. What fun it is to ride and sing!
Ho, ho, ho!
This sleigh's on tonight.
Ho, ho, ho! Fragile! It must be Italian.
I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh!
A Christmas Story.
Come on!
The movie that pulls off Santa's beard.
So there you go. That was a little snippet of the original trailer for A Christmas Story. And we will, what do you want to do? You want to get to the cast?
Let's do casting.
Okay, yeah, we're going to do casting call,
Yeah.
and we're going to keep it brief.
Right.
Because the cast is not very
Famous? I
famous.
guess?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. The cast is not very famous. And, it's like, they're great. I'll start with probably the most famous person in the cast, which is Peter Billingsley. We actually did his filmography once before. I don't know. I take it back. I'm sorry, not Peter Billingsley. We'll start with Peter Billingsley because he's not the most famous though. I was getting confused. He's actually the kid in the movie Ralphie. He does have the biggest role, and but he's not known for much. He did A Christmas Story. He did A Christmas Story Christmas years later as an adult. I never saw it. He did something called The Dirt Bike Kid. He did something called Death Valley, and I think he now does let's see, does he? Oh yeah, now he is a producer.
Okay.
So he's produced movies like Made with Vince Vaughn, Elf.
Oh.
Okay, so both Made and Elf are Jon Favreau movies that he directed. So I guess he's probably buddies with Jon Favreau. Boom, Zathura, A Space Adventure, another Jon Favreau directed movie. The Breakup, another Jon Favreau directed movie. So clearly there's a connection there. He's buddies with Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
And so Iron Man, another Jon Favreau directed movie. There you go.
Yeah.
4 Christmases, Jon Favreau's in it. I don't know if he directed it or not, but yeah, Couples Retreat, another Jon Favreau movie. So clearly there's a connection there. He produced Spider-Man from Far From Home, and
Gotcha.
so he's actually doing pretty well. Just
Yeah.
not acting all that much. He
No,
does
okay.
he does have bit parts. Yeah, he has a bit part in Elf. He plays one of the elves, I believe, in there.
Awesome.
But yeah, then we have Darren McGavin. I'm going to do next, even though he's like 1, 2, 3, 4 down on this. I don't know why. He plays Mr. Parker or the old man, and
Yeah.
Darren McGavin. That's the one who's
most
filmography.
famous,
Yeah, we've done his filmography because
We
he
have.
was the dad in Billy Madison.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest with you, we're not going to do his filmography again because just go watch the Billy Madison episode. And
truly, most of the stuff we don't know, and we assume that you don't know because it starts way back before you were
because
born.
the only thing I know from him is Billy Madison and A Christmas Story. So we did list off a bunch of the other stuff he did in that episode. So just go back and watch it if you're curious.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get to the mom, Mrs. Parker, Melinda Dillon, who I thought was great in this.
Super, super funny.
Super great, super funny. She was in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. She was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, I've heard of that. Okay.
Absence of Malice. Of course, A Christmas Story. Bound for Glory. Slapshot. She was in the movie Fist opposite Sylvester Stallone. She was in the Muppet movie. Harry and the Hendersons. She's the mom in that. She's great. She was in The Prince of Tides. Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. Julie Newmar. How to Make an American Quilt. She was in Magnolia. And she was in Reign Over Me with Adam Sandler. So yeah, she's a very talented actress and a very
I don't really know any of those.
very
but
lovely lady. Oh, I know pretty much all those movies. I haven't seen
Really?
them all, but
those are like your era.
mostly. Yeah. Rain on Me is like pretty modern. That's 2000s. That's like an Adam Sandler movie,
Oh,
but it's a drama. I haven't actually seen it. But
I only know like the Lady Gaga song.
yeah. So, and then the little kid who plays Randy, Ian Petrella. I don't think we need to go over him. I do want to just throw out the kid who plays Flick, Scott Schwartz. I know him. He was a child actor, and I know
Like,
him.
he's the one that.
Stuck a stumbling pole. Yeah. So I know him from The Toy. He was like the main kid in The Toy opposite Richard Pryor. And so I definitely know him from that. He was also in the movie Kidco in 1984. I do remember that movie pretty fondly. And then he was in A Christmas Story as well as the 2022 A Christmas Story Christmas, which I haven't seen, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing
I can watch it.
Yeah. I'm just curious what that got on Rotten Tomatoes. Not bad. 79%.
Okay.
All right, so it's got a pretty fresh rating. So it's actually
watch it.
probably let's watch that for sure. We're not going to review it here because it's a modern movie,
Right.
but yeah, we'll definitely check that out. So there you go. That was that was our casting call. And I restrained myself from making sound effects or doing spirit fingers, and I'm getting better.
Good job.
Thank you.
Now we can get into our synopsis.
Yes, we can, which I have. We normally get our synopsis from Wikipedia, but Wikipedia synopsis of this was extremely short. Like, it was barely nothing. So I actually found a really, really detailed synopsis on IMDb that somebody had sent in, and it was a little too long. So I actually copied and pasted it, put it into ChatGPT, and I was like, make this, half long or a third long, and it made it a third long, but it was still too brief and not enough detail. So I was like, no, do it again, make it half long, but hit all the points. And so there you go. Here's your ChatGPT version of A Christmas Story synopsis.
I don't like AI.
Why? It's just another tool, honey.
Yeah, I don't know. You use it a lot, and you don't use it for bad stuff, but
no,
I
use it for the thumbnails for our podcast, and then I recently put out a new book, which I'll show you on the next episode that we do. But I used AI for the cover. Like, I drew the whole book by hand, but one of my illustrations I put into AI and said, please do an airbrushed version of this cover, more realistic, and it did, and I was beautiful, and I used it for the cover of my book because it's just another tool that we can use in life, and hopefully it won't take over the world.
Well, we all have our opinions, and I just am a little bit of a hater, but
okay,
whatever.
It's fine. All right.
A Christmas Story. Set in an unspecified year in the 1940s, which we mentioned earlier, it's the 40s, A Christmas Story follows 9-year-old Ralphie Parker, who lives with his parents and younger brother, Randy, in Holman, Indiana? Holman?
Holman. Hulman. Holman, Indiana.
Oh, they spelled it wrong. Hohman.
No, it's Hulman.
Got you. It is narrated by Ralphie's adult self, and the film recounts the weeks leading up to Christmas, during which he becomes fixated on receiving an official Red Ryder carbon.
Let me stop you there. So first off, I just want to mention it is narrated by Gene Shepard, who wrote this. This is based on his books and his short stories, actually, and he also co-wrote the screenplay for this, and he is the narrator for it.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, he's great. And I will go ahead and let you know that this is the official Daisy Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock and this thing that tells time, a sundial. So there you go. That's the full name of the weapon, and I wanted to get that out because they say it like a bunch of times in the movie, and it's
carbine.
It's hilarious. It's so good.
It's funny. Yeah. I wanted to say I love Randy, the way the character's introduced. I mean, I've never seen this kid do any other work, but this movie, he's so funny. I don't know if it's just the actor, the mom who interacts with him. Every scene he's in, I'm laughing because he's really good. He's so funny.
The jumper.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say I love this because it's funny. I mean, I wouldn't relate. I live in Florida, but I can imagine that is so funny seeing him in this huge
I can't put my arms down
suit every day.
And the mom tries to push the arms down, and they keep popping back up.
Oh, and I love when he's rolling around in the snow. Ralphie, help me up! It's so funny.
You put your arms down when you get to school.
So good.
So funny. I love when he's describing his father. He says, some men were Baptists, others Catholics. My father was an Oldsmobile man. I guess they're...
Okay.
Yeah, I guess they're relatively secular,
right. He attempts to plant the idea in his parents' minds and brings it up casually at breakfast, but his mother immediately shuts him down with a familiar warning that you'll shoot your eye out. Ralphie then daydreams about heroically defending his family with a BB gun while his gruff father battles a constantly malfunctioning furnace. And I wanted to say, I really did like these imagination visions
his
or whatever.
Daydreams.
I loved it. I think it's such a creative thing. It's very childlike. It makes it seem like it's very much an 8-year-old narrating. And I really liked it. I think it was so funny. And
he's actually supposed to be 9.
Oh, 9. Okay.
Yeah, and just like we did Home Alone last week, and Kevin's supposed to be 8, and he's played by a 9-year-old. Okay. And in this, Ralphie's supposed to be 9, played by a 10-year-old. Oh. Yeah, and I love the daydreams because what kid didn't daydream like that? all the time. Like I still do it, and I'm not even a kid anymore. Like
Yeah,
I
we
still have
know.
those daydreams. That's true. I know I'm just a giant.
My mom
So if
always,
you watch this podcast, you know I'm like,
mom always tells me, she's like, oh, he's in Daddyland. Like,
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we say, like, Dad's in Daddyland. Like,
Yeah.
you're somewhere else.
yeah, for sure. I just wanted to make a little mention because, again, like referencing back to our Humble episode, you said you loved how Harry curses and it's so unique. And I was like, I love how he curses also, but it's not unique. It's like straight out of Yosemite Sam from Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And the dad in this does the same thing.
Yeah.
His cursing is exactly like that. You know, it's just like, you know, yeah. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. On the way to school, Ralphie meets his friends Flick and Short, and Randy trails behind, immobilized by his heavy snowsuit.
Yeah.
At school, Flick is triple dog dared into sticking his tongue to the frozen flagpole. And this is so funny.
This movie has
It's
so many
good.
classic moments, and this is just one of many classic moments where he gets his tongue stuck to the pole. It's brilliant.
And I love. I think it's very funny in a way, or like ironic how there's an adult narrator, but he's saying like 8-year-old thoughts.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like,
he is.
The triple dog dare, the mother load of all. Like, I think it's hilarious. He's like, he skipped, like, he didn't use etiquette. He skipped the triple dare. He went straight for the, like,
Yeah.
I think it's so funny and it's so childlike, and it really does seem like it's like Ralphie narrating it, and I love that. I think it's so funny.
It is so
That's
funny.
exactly how
you're
a kid would think.
Yeah, it's an adult narrating it, so you're like, oh, it's adult Ralphie narrating it, but he is narrating it from the mind of 8-year-old Ralphie. And like right after that, when the teacher was like, you know, trying to get who put Flick up to this, and nobody will say anything, and everyone's keeping their mouth shut, and she said something to the degree of like, well, I'm sure that the pain and anguish you probably feel, it could be worse than any punishment we could actually give you. And then the narrator says, adults love to say things like that, but kids know better. It's better not to get caught.
Yeah.
It's like so
I think
funny.
it's so funny because she's like staring right at him and Schwartz.
Oh yeah,
like,
she knows exactly
like,
who put him up
I'm
to
sure
it.
whoever did it is just writing in their guilt. I'm sure the pain they feel is any worse. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So he's rescued by the police and firefighters, and Miss Shields assigns the class an essay. But I was like confused. I was like, what the heck is a theme?
Yeah.
And she was like, I want you to write a theme. And I was like,
and you asked me, what's a theme? And I said an essay. And you were like arguing with me about it.
We don't do that in school. A theme is like the moral of a story.
Well,
like
this is like 1940. It's just one of the, just a word they use for an essay. Yeah.
About what they want for Christmas. And this gives Ralphie hope because he hopes that the adult authority might finally be on his side. If he tells Miss Shield what he wants, that she'll kind of convince, I guess, his mom or just give him hope, that he can get it. So Ralphie and his friends are frequently tormented by the neighborhood bullies, Scut Farkus and Grover Dill.
The toady.
The toady.
The bully and the toady. I love when Randy's just laying there on the ground and he's like, Randy lay there like a slug. It was his only defense.
Right.
It's great.
Usually escaping while Randy struggles to get up.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to say, like, sure, this is the 40s, but, like, today, like, I feel like this never happens. Maybe, like, I just live in, like, a privileged society, whatever.
You do.
And, like,
I grew up in the 80s, and I got chased home by a bully a few times.
Yeah, but that was
elementary
the 80s.
school. In
like,
elementary school, yeah.
I feel like you either, like, get in fights or, like, bullying is, like, verbal or, like, online. There's no, like, physical bullying, like, hey, give me your lunch money, and you like beat up a kid. Like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that doesn't happen anymore, but it certainly happened when I was a child. That's why I can relate to this movie so much. Yeah, that kid chased me home like 2 or 3 times until I finally like stopped and fought back and got my butt kicked, but he didn't chase me again, so that's good.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, like, what the heck is uncle?
It means I give up.
Oh.
Yeah, like mercy. I give. You're tapping out.
Say uncle.
Yeah,
like,
that's an old thing.
What?
Yeah. I love when Flick starts saying it before they even grab him. He puts his arm behind his back. He's like, uncle, 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 uncle.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I mean, it's terrible, but
it's not funny.
But it's so funny. No, it's not funny. Like if that were my kid, I would be like horrified. I'd be like, I'd want to, kill that kid for doing it to my kid. But it's just funny how he starts saying uncle before they even start. Because he knows it's coming. These poor kids are tormented.
Well, they get their revenge.
Yeah, that's for sure. I love that part. Another classic moment we'll get to in a minute. But keep going. You're doing great.
At home, Ralphie's father wins a major award, which turns out to be a leg-shaped lamp that he proudly displays in the front window, much to his wife's embarrassment.
Oh, I want to say this before that. They have the dinner scene, and everything in this movie to me is just so classic. But I love when the narrator says, "My mother hadn't had a hot meal for herself in 15 years." Like this poor woman. Yeah. Every time she goes to sit down to eat, they're like,
"Mom, can I have more?"
And she gets up and gets them this, and she gets up and gets them this. Poor woman. And then I love Randy won't eat, and like,
she was my little piggy.
How the little piggies eat? How the little piggies eat? And then he's eating. He's got his face in the plate, and everyone else is just grossed out. Everyone's so grossed out. The dad, the Ralphie, the mom's just sitting there like this, looking at him. Mommy's little piggy.
Yeah.
Mommy's little piggy.
But
That's hysterical.
She got him to eat. Good job. Good mom.
It's funny.
So funny.
It's just the little things that makes mom happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor mom. I wouldn't eat lunch today.
Oh, and then the dad, just classic when they get the box. Fragile. Must be Italian. I think his.
It's fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Brilliant.
After helping his. Well, yeah, okay, wait. So I want to say the leg is so funny. And then this movie, to me, feels so old. Like, everything about it truly does. I really think that this couldn't be mistaken for, like...
modern.
At all.
Because the dad calls all the shots, and the mom just kind of has to sit there and take it.
And, like, what the heck is... Like, they listen to the radio. They didn't even have TV.
Yeah, like, the dad wants to put the lamp in the front window, and the mom just is like, you can tell she doesn't want it,
well,
but
I like how
she has like no say in it.
I love how she kind of gets her.
Yeah, well, that's it. She
gets back at it, Like,
but like, I love that he's like, the narrator says, the soft glow of electric sex gleaming in the window. It's like so funny.
So funny.
But yeah, like I said, it's just the dad. That's how it was back then. The dad just called all the shots, and mom just kind of put up with it. But yeah, this mom in particular does get her revenge later on in the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
After helping his father change a tire, Ralphie accidentally repeats a curse word he has heard his father use. His mother punishes him by washing his mouth out with soap, and Ralphie deflects blame onto Schwartz, whose mother has heard angrily punishing him over the phone.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny. I love when he's like got the soap in his mouth, and the narrator says, when she says, "Who did you hear this from?" And he says, "I must have heard my father say this word at least 5 times a day for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say that. So like I just
said the first name that came to mind was like
Schwartz. And then so I don't think my mother sounded like this, but when Schwartz's mom, you can hear her on the phone going, and she says, "Do you know where he heard it from?" She goes, "His father, I'm sure." You can hear her say his father. And the mom goes, "No, she heard it from your son." And you hear her go, what? My friends Alex and Hector used to be like, "Dude, that sounds like your mom." When she would go, what? I'm like, "No, it doesn't."
No, it doesn't.
So when, Mom, if you're watching this, I don't think you sounded like that. But Alex and Hector apparently did. So they used to always tease me and say, "That sounds like your mom." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't." All right.
So, and Ralphie later imagines confronting his parents in years future over the lasting damage of these soap punishments. And I think that's such a funny scene. Personally, one of the funniest scenes in the whole movie. It's so small, but it's like
another classic.
He walks in, glasses with a walking cane, blind. They're like, "Ralphie, like, what happened? What did this to you? Tell us. Like, no matter how much it hurts, we have to know." It was soap poisoning.
How could we do this to you? I knew we shouldn't have used Life Boy. It was like the soap brand.
Yeah.
It's like, It's classic because like that's such an 8-year-old and 9-year-old kid's daydream. It's so, true to form. It's just like what an 8-year-old would daydream. It's so funny. Yeah.
Ralphie eagerly waits a little orphan Annie decoder pin, only to discover the secret message is an advertisement for Ovaltine.
And I remember you asking me, what's Ovaltine? And you know what? Like, I didn't even know what Ovaltine was either. It had already come out of fashion by the time I was a kid in the 80s. But apparently it was like it's like chocolate syrup, like Hershey's chocolate syrup you add to milk. It was something of that nature, some kind of a syrup you add to milk.
Right.
And I remember my father telling me that, like, one time my Aunt Vicky, his little sister, got in trouble because she was drinking the Ovaltine straight from the bottle. Well, you know, times were hard. I'm sure they grew up, you know, and you know, they were probably, you know, blue collar and they didn't have a lot of money, and she had a sweet tooth, and so she's like, well, just drink the Ovaltine. So she got in trouble for it. Yeah.
I want to say, Ralphie, I would be so mad if I was Schwartz. Like, Ralphie's not a very good friend for that.
No. Poor Schwartz.
Poor Schwartz. He did not deserve that.
No, he did not. You can hear the mom beating him over the phone. It's terrible.
I would have been really mad if I was Schwartz.
Yeah. And I personally got my mouth washed out with soap multiple times by my mother. At least 2 or 3 times. I remember distinctly but she didn't stick a bar of soap on my mouth. She would use like soft soap and like swish it around on my tongue and in my mouth.
Oh no, I remember I one time got like a bar of soap, like Dove soap in my mouth.
Mom did that? Yeah. Did you curse?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
It was in the old house, obviously. I was in your bathroom. I was sitting on your toilet.
I was not a part of this. I think I probably would have protested because I felt a little scarred from having it done to me.
Yeah.
So.
I only remember it happening one time.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I guess once is all it took, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never remember cursing when I was little.
I don't really remember you cursing either, to be honest with you. Maybe you just back doctor. I don't know.
I did that a lot, so that's probably.
I love what the narrator says, because, you know, you're constantly hearing the dad cursing, like, you know, the old Yosemite Sam cursing.
Yeah.
And it's always with the furnace, fighting the furnace down in the basement. And he says, my father worked in profanity like other artists worked in oils or clay.
That's funny.
It's great. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, so... I love, the Annie, little orphan Annie Dakota ring, and he's been waiting weeks for this thing,
like, banging on the door,
and he goes in the bathroom for privacy. They're banging on the door, and what does it say? Be sure to
drink your Ovaltine.
And Ralphie's just like, a crummy commercial? He's so disappointed. Yeah. And it's classic because isn't life like that?
You're so excited for weeks and weeks, and you get it and you're like,
what?
Oh, yeah.
That's it?
You get a little wiser, you know, you grow from these things.
So did you notice? I noticed that they were having red cabbage for every single meal. But apparently they were also having mashed potatoes and meatloaf at every single meal too.
Really?
Yeah, it's in the trivia. Because basically this is supposed to take place in like 1940, which is like just around the end of the Great Depression. And like unemployment was still like 15% at this point in time.
Yeah.
And so especially right before Christmas, people would like kind of eat like the same cheap stuff every single day up until Christmas so they could have like a nice turkey dinner, like with all the fixings, which they were going to, which we'll get to. But yeah, and you know, so it wasn't as bad as like 1933 when unemployment was at 25%, but it was still like not great. So times were not great at that point. So,
got you.
Although they did have a lot of presents, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so go ahead.
They were just like saving up for the presents.
Yeah.
Something like that. Good parents though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the leg lamp is destroyed after Ralphie's mother accidentally knocks it over.
And his
father solemnly buries the remains.
That's classic. I mean, you know that mom did that on purpose,
of
man.
Course.
100%.
And I love when he's like trying to glue it back together, and it comes out, and you can see her laughing, trying so hard not to like show him that she's laughing, like she's in the background, like laughing as the lamp breaks again, and I think it's such a funny detail.
Yeah. You did this on purpose. You're jealous. Jealous of a lamp? That's ridiculous.
Right. Good for her.
Yeah. Hey, you know, that's what you get for not consulting your wife on anything. Just do whatever you feel like. You know, it's supposed to have a, you know, you're supposed to have a
balance.
yeah, yeah. You know, your teammates. You're on the same side.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to consult your wife.
Ralphie's essay is returned with a poor grade and the same dreaded phrase, crushing his hopes once again. And then, oh, this is a good part.
Oh yeah, another classic.
After enduring one final ambush by Scut Farkus, Ralphie snaps and viciously fights back, shocking himself and everyone else. His mother protects him from serious punishment by downplaying the incident to his father.
He's also doing the Looney Tunes cursing when he's punching. Yeah. He's punching him, just going nuts. And I remember being a little kid watching that in the theaters, just being like, yes, 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 yes. Because if you, like I said, you grew up in the 80s, you know, bullies sucked. And they were very, very real. And I guess they were, you know, if you grew up in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s, or probably 90s too, I guess it's like the new millennium, you know, at least physical bullies are kind of going away. Yeah. Now people bully you online and stuff like that, or in person, yeah. But they use their words, which actually, I think
bullying is so like subtle in a way, like it's so backhanded. You don't even get like, most people won't even say stuff to your face. You like, it's even worse.
And I'm about to say, and I'm inclined to say that like bullying with words is just as bad, if not worse. Like, honestly,
if I'm being like honest, this is a very sad topic, but like suicide rates among teens are like sky high right now. So like, I'm sure it's still very impactful.
Yeah, that whole sticks and stones, you know, may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. What a crock that is. Yeah, man. The tongue is a weapon, and you know.
And a lot of friendships end because people talk. Yeah. But determined not to give up, Ralphie decides that his last chance is to ask Santa Claus directly.
Oh, I just want to make a note. I love when Ralphie thinks for sure his dad's going to kill him for getting into a fight, and Randy does too, and Randy's hiding in the cupboard. And she opens it. What are you doing in there, Randy? Daddy's going to kill Ralphie. Oh, Daddy's not going to kill Ralphie. Yes, he is. She's like, would you like some milk? Yes. It's awesome.
So good.
It's so good. I love it so much.
She shuts the door back. He just stays in the cupboard.
And the mom like totally covers it up for him. She's like, oh, Ralphie got into a fight today. Oh, you did? Well, oh, you know how boys are. Oh, look, I see the Bears were playing this weekend.
Yeah.
And, what? Oh, yeah, the Bears. And she just glazes right over it and he's like, I never looked at my mom the same again.
Yeah.
Things were different between us from then on.
We all loved her in that moment. We were all so happy.
And I love how he calls it the Scut Farkus affair.
Scut.
Is it Scut? I thought it was Scott.
Scut Farkus.
Oh, I thought it was Scott. Okay, Scott.
It's a weird
Scut
name.
Farkus affair.
They both have Grover Dill as the toadie's name. Like, odd names. Also, like, what was like Schwarkel, or what's the kid's name?
Schwartz. Yeah.
Schwartz.
Well, that's his last name, I think. I don't think that's his first name.
And Flick.
Yeah. These are some weird names, right? Maybe Flick. I'm thinking Flick is probably a nickname, and Schwartz is probably his last name. They just call him Schwartz. That's my guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's determined to tell Santa, and on Christmas Eve, Ralphie and Randy visit a department store, Santa. But Ralphie freezes and nearly asks for something else before blurting out his true wish. And I think this scene is so funny when they're waiting in line, and there's like the weird kid with like the glasses. He's like, I like Santa. I like the Wizard of Oz. I like the Tin Man. He's like staring at him.
I can remember being around 22 or 23 years old, and I was a waiter at Ruby Tuesdays in Meisner Park, Boca Raton, Florida. And I was working with these two guys who were from Chicago, and they were going to college down at FAU. And one of them, I was like, I wonder if he knows A Christmas Story, because this wasn't like it was a classic, but I don't know, it wasn't like being played 24 hours a day on TBS yet. You know, it was like, we're talking like nearly 30 years ago. And we're at the little, I don't know, say register where you do the orders, and I just turned to him and I go, I like Santa Claus. And he says back to me without a flinch or a pause, I like the Wizard of Oz. And I'm like, yes, yes, I knew you were awesome. Yeah, those guys are funny, man. Yeah. But anyway, And but now that I used to always think that was so hilarious, but now I'm like, as I'm watching that now, especially being the father to a special needs daughter who's into, and I'm like thinking to myself, this kid might be like intellectually disabled, like like I don't know about autistic because I don't even think that was a thing yet, but like, or if it was a thing, he might have been autistic.
What do you mean a thing?
I mean, nobody heard of autism until like the 80s.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it wasn't a thing.
Well, I just said, well, maybe it was a thing, but nobody.
It wasn't a label, but it was like people had it,
Yeah. Well, a lot of people think Einstein might have been on the spectrum. Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah. But anyway, but now as I watch it as an adult, then it goes from he's just a weird kid, he's funny, to like maybe he's like special. Yeah. But either way, like Ralphie's pretty sweet. Like he doesn't make fun of him.
He goes, "That's nice.
That's nice." Yeah, he's just like okay. He's a nice kid.
He's kind of preoccupied. He's like, I really need to tell Santa, and he's like, "Would you like a football?" And then I love when he's on the slide and he's like, "Wait!" And he turns and he grabs his slide. He's like, "I wanna." Wait, you have it written down.
Sure.
He like blurts out right.
Yeah. He wants a.
I want an official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock and this thing that tells time. Goes,
I was impressed that you could read my handwriting.
Thank you. It's not that good.
No, it's not. That's why it's impressive.
And he goes, "Don't shoot your eye out, kid." And he takes his foot and just like.
And his boot to the forehead and kicks him down. And I never had this emotion until I watched this with you. Because I guess it's been a few years. I was like, if anyone did that to my kid, I don't care if he's dressed like Santa or not, I would beat him to the edge of his life. Like, I would just be marching up those stairs and I'd go to jail. If you did that to my kid, I would go to jail.
So
I'm not being dramatic. You kicked my kid in the head with your
yeah.
boot? Are you kidding me? I would go absolutely psycho on that guy. Anyway. Back to the movie.
Santa dismisses it with a familiar warning and sends him down the slide. And then it's Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to say, what family puts their Christmas tree up?
It's true.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's a little like, what? You're decorating the tree.
They bought the tree weeks ago, and now you're decorating it.
Yeah, that was a little odd. Yeah.
Maybe it's like a 40s thing.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's odd to us, but maybe that wasn't odd then.
I put my tree up the day after Thanksgiving.
Do you know what?
The day after Halloween.
You know what? I think, now that I'm thinking about it, and I could be wrong, I think it might be a thing that a lot of people didn't put the star or angel up until Christmas night.
Why?
Like a tradition. Just like you don't put the baby Jesus in the manger until Christmas Eve.
Really? We have a baby Jesus in the manger.
Well, yeah, because your mom decorates it and she doesn't hold to that tradition. But a lot of people, they set up the nativity, but they don't put the baby Jesus in there. They wait until Christmas Eve and then they put the baby Jesus in there that night. And so I think that might be a thing also with putting the star or angel on the top of the tree. And I think that's what the dad was actually doing when you see them. They're not decorating the whole tree. He's putting the angel up.
That star isn't straight.
With the star.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, yeah. So they're opening.
It's an ugly tree, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I wrote, "What an ugly tree." It's in my notes.
So did I. This Xmas tree is ugly.
So ugly. Yeah. And he's opening presents, and I love the bunny costume present that he gets. It's like, go put on your aunt something.
One more for you. Absolutely classic. So, like, you'll see a Christmas Story T-shirts. And you'll see ones with Flick with his tongue on the pole. You'll see ones like this one with the lamp. You'll see ones with him in the bunny outfit. In fact, our thumbnail for this episode is me, you, and Ralphie in the bunny outfit.
Really?
So, yeah. So, like, so many classic moments in this movie and classic lines. And speaking of rabbits, I love, like, with the narration, he says, when the dad's, like, going to replace the fuse, he says, the old man could replace fuses quicker than a jackrabbit on a date. It's like so great. So, and these are all like such 40s, sayings, you know. Yeah.
And when Ralphie thinks he hasn't received the BB gun, his father reveals a hidden gift, the Red Ryder himself.
And I just think it's wonderful.
such a like a yes.
Well,
moment
because
he never told his dad.
he asks mom, he asks the teacher, he asks Santa
Santa.
Claus. He
And-
never even
and he
bothers
said it.
to
He's like,
ask the
The
old
one man I forgot to ask.
The one man he didn't even bother to ask.
He got it for him.
Figured it out.
And we all
and-
love the dad in that moment because the dad, you kind of like don't like him that much throughout the movie.
Kind of a grumpy guy, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
And then, maybe this is like an old thing because in the Wonder Years, the dad is also so grumpy. I'm like, I don't know, were men like not happy back then? Like it's always like the women who are like,
kind of
oh,
like,
it's okay, honey. Like they're always like so sweet and like trying to make everyone happy, and the dad's just like.
I don't know because I didn't live in that era, but that is definitely a stereotype for sure. And funny that you mentioned that because in the fun facts, it tells you that the Wonder Years was inspired by this movie.
Really?
And that's like they had the idea to make the Wonder Years because of this movie. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Though it's the 60s, not the 40s, but still, and the same thing. The dad's grumpy. The dad calls all the shots. The mom just goes along with it.
Yes, honey.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that, I mean, my dad, he could be grumpy for sure. But he also could be very silly and fun. So like he definitely wasn't this traditional kind of guy.
I don't think you're grumpy at all.
What?
I don't think you're.
I mean,
you're
no, I don't think most dads are like, I mean, we all have our moments, but I think this day and age, that's not a thing anymore. Like dads are not like that, and moms have so much more of a say.
Yeah. Like I feel like mom called most of the shots.
I mean, she does. Like, and listen,
because you don't really care that much. You're just like, yeah, you can do it.
I often joke around since I love movies so much. I often say, if our marriage was a movie, she would be the director and I'd be the producer. For the most part, she's calling all the shots, but every now and again, I have to step in, and it's usually when we're going over budget, just like a producer of a movie. So for the most part, the producer says, okay, I'm hiring you as the director because I trust you and I trust your judgment and I trust you're going to run this movie, well. And if you're sometimes it goes over budget and the producer will have to step in and say, we got to cut back on this, that, or the other. Well, that's kind of how I feel like our marriage was. I married somebody who I trusted to be a good wife and mother and to run our home in a very wise and organized and kind and loving manner. And for the most part, she does exactly that. She does a wonderful job of it. And yes, every now and again, if we're going over budget, I might have to step in and say, hey, honey, we got to cut back on this. And she never gives me a fight. She's like, oh, okay, sure. Because for the most part, I trust her to just do what she does. Yeah, I mean, I'll throw in an opinion from time to time. But again, for the most part, I trust her judgment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Ralphie tests the gun, only to have a baby ricochet and break his glasses, which makes him fear that the warning is right. He covers it up successfully, and he says it was an icicle, and his mom believes him.
That's great. He shoots his eye out. He actually would have shot his eye out if his glasses weren't on. Classic.
Yeah,
they're all the adults.
They're all right.
They're all right. It's
Yeah.
true. Oh my gosh, it's a great.
And then I love this part. This part's so funny.
The icicle eye, by the way, the icicle eye just works like a charm.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just bought it hook, line, and sinker.
He was a good actor. He was like started crying.
Yeah.
Really good for him.
And it like really, it was a throwback to like I'm sure I can remember doing that, making up a lie to cover something up, and they bought it, and you're like. Yeah, in hindsight, you're like, oh, of course, it's not great to lie to people. Truth is always better. But when you're a kid and you're so scared of like the consequences, like sometimes that's what you do. And it's just kind of true to life, true to form,
I wouldn't admit anything until I move out.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah, that's wise. I love Dad and the turkey.
Yeah. So the neighbor's dog destroys the Christmas turkey, and the family ends up at a Chinese restaurant for dinner. Yeah.
This part's
it's a
little racist.
It's a little not PC.
Yeah, but it's
funny.
It is funny.
And you know what? This really is the Asian accent. I feel like it's not that exaggerated, most.
Well, like so if you haven't seen the movie, like the waiters, like the staff, is singing Christmas songs. So like they're the only family in the restaurant. Like because it's like I'm sure the only restaurant open on Christmas because it's a Chinese restaurant. They'll celebrate Christmas, and like the owner of the restaurant or the manager, he's like trying to conduct them, and they're like.
Deck
the halls with boughs of rah-ree, rah-rah-rah-rah-rah-rah-rah-rah. All the L's are R's. But the manager / owner, he
can say
actually
his
can
L's.
say it perfectly, and he's like trying to correct them. He's like,
Holly,
Holly,
fa
fa la la la, and
la.
then they do. He's like, try again,
Okay.
and then they're right back to fa rah 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 rah. So it's
Yeah.
cute. It's cute. It's
funny.
cute. It
And
is funny.
most people wouldn't be offended by it because it's
No.
not like being mean toward the culture. It's just
No, and it's not like
playing on an
yeah,
accent. Like
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
I make fun of my mom for her accent all the time.
So yeah, you do. And I love that they bring out the Christmas duck and it's like got the head still on because that's the thing.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I love when she's like, it's staring at me. He's like, oh, okay, okay.
She says it's smiling at me.
Yeah.
No, he says it.
He takes his
smiling at
machete
me.
and he just goes,
boom. Yeah, butcher's knife. It just chops it right on the neck. And they're like, ah.
but they all laugh. They think it's so funny.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah.
And that night we see him asleep with his BB gun, and everything.
And
is
Randy's asleep
basically-
with his Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I love it.
Such a cute ending. It's so happy.
Yeah.
It's like after all that, they're really just a happy, loving family.
Yeah, no, it's such a wonderful movie, and I used to watch this every single year. And maybe I just for the last 5 or 6 years or so, maybe a little more. I don't think I've watched it for a minute. And when I watched it with you a couple of days ago, it was like, I remember thinking to myself, why did I stop watching this?
Yeah.
This movie's amazing.
Yeah, this movie's really good.
Yeah.
I only give my A+ to like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay. Listen.
Like my favorite movies.
This movie is more special to me than it is to you.
Yeah,
and that's okay. But you still acknowledge it's a great movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. That was our synopsis, and we're gonna get to a little segment we like to call.
Oh, can I do?
Yeah, you do
I'm
it.
gonna make you proud.
Okay.
Fun facts.
There you go.
See?
Spirit fingers.
Spirit
I like
fingers.
it. All right. There you are. I'll let you start that off.
Thanks.
And I'm gonna give the hat a rest because I'm getting a little sweaty. But again, if you're looking for some good clothing, and I'm not getting paid for this, by the way, this is just me promoting my buddy's business and Wrapped in Jesus. And I do own a couple of their things. And hoodies, and they're very well made.
Quality.
Very good quality.
Yeah. You know what? Next week, I'll promote my buddy's
by all means.
brand.
Yeah.
He also makes Christian clothing that I love. I have like 3 things of his. So
yeah.
For the scene in which Flick's tongue sticks to the flagpole, a hidden suction tube was used to safely create the illusion that his tongue had frozen to the metal. I don't know how that would work. Suction tube.
Well, I'm sure they didn't use a real cold metal pole and
I feel like
have him stick his tongue
they
to
just
it.
use like a fake tongue and had him like.
I guess not.
I don't know, like what a suction tube, like what is that? Like
I don't know, but I'm sure they didn't make it up. It's just movie magic.
Movie magic. Darren McGavin ad-libbed the profane rants while fighting the furnace. He said that he speaks gibberish the entire time because it was almost impossible for him to ad-lib angry words without actual profanity. And they did this to ensure their PG rating because it is a kid's movie, basically. It's like a family movie.
Yeah, for sure.
According to Peter Billingsley, who's young Ralphie, in the DVD commentary, the nonsensical curses that Ralphie exclaims while beating up Scut Farkus were scripted, word for word.
Okay.
A little bit weird.
Where we at?
Right here.
Okay. Teddy Moore, that's the teacher, was 8 months pregnant at the time of filming. I just thought she was like a heavyset woman, but apparently not so much. And Miss Shields could not be shown as an unmarried mother in the 1940s, so the filmmakers just padded the rest of her to match her belly, making her just appear stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Very pretty though, right? The teacher? Yeah, very nice face. Due to this film's popularity, the Daisy Rifle Company has started producing Red Ryder BB guns for sale during the Christmas season. It's become one of Daisy's best-selling rifles. So the film was released just before Thanksgiving and became a surprise hit. By the time Christmas rolled around, the movie had already been pulled from most theaters because it had been played out. So after complaints were lodged at the theater owners and the studio, the film played on select screens until after the first of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
According to cast interviews, when Ralphie is wearing his pink bunny suit in disgust, the old man's line, "He looks like a deranged Easter bunny," was improvised.
Cute. Good line.
Yeah, that's really funny. According to director Bob Clark, Jack Nicholson was given the script and was very much interested in the role of Mr. Parker, the old man. However, he didn't learn of this until later, and the studio didn't want to pay Nicholson's fee, which would have doubled the budget. Regardless, he said that Darren McGavin was still the better choice and was born to play the role, which I think he was really good.
He was great. I mean, although I do think Jack Nicholson could have pulled it off, because he's a tremendous actor.
Yeah. Peter Billingsley, at the age of 12, was given real chewing tobacco by the prop manager
What? I know.
for his scene when Ralphie is dreaming of being a sheriff confronting Black Bart. Afterward, he got sick for an hour on the set.
Duh.
Isn't that, like, dumb?
Seriously.
They thought it was a better idea to give him raisins to chew and make brown spit instead of real chewing tobacco. Oh, good idea.
There you go. That's like the 70s and the 80s. I saw like a reel, an Instagram reel of like all the toys that were like so dangerous when I was a kid, like from like the late 70s and early 80s. It was pretty funny though. I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, it was some pretty wild stuff.
In 2012, it was selected for the preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
Agreed. Where are we at?
Right there.
All right. Ralphie says that he wants the Red Ryder BB gun 28 times in the movie.
Gotta be less.
Yeah. Red Ryder was a character from comic books and radio in the 1930s and 40s, akin to the popular Western heroes like Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, and the Lone Ranger. Bob Clark's success, that's the director, his success with the teen sex comedy Porky's from 1981 allowed him to make a movie he wanted to make. So without Porky's, which is a pretty racy movie, there would have been no A Christmas Story, which is not. So interesting.
Which is what?
Not a racy movie. Very family friendly. He went from a very racy movie to family friendly, and apparently the family friendly one is the one he wanted to make. Yeah, so
it's really funny.
Yeah, it's great. Well, we're not doing Porky's on this podcast, are we?
No.
And we're not gonna.
We're not gonna.
All right. So when the character Scut Farkus first appears, the wolf music from Sergei. Well, you say the whole thing then.
Sergei Prokofiev.
Peter and the Wolf plays in the background. That's appropriate. The name Farkus is derived from the Hungarian word for the wolf.
Wow.
Yeah. Gene Shepard's book, In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash, on which the film is partly based, that's a cute title, very clever, is a collection of short stories which Shepard wrote for Playboy magazine during the 1960s, back when people actually did read Playboy for the articles.
I thought Playboy was like Playboy, like.
Well, I mean, it's dirty pictures, like, but back in it always did have actually very good articles in it, like, and so
like
it was
about what?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. Like it was like a legit magazine. I mean, yes, but it just happened to also have some nudie pictures in it, and of course, it had so many copycat magazines that were just even way more racier than Playboy was, and really didn't have great articles. But Playboy actually had like very good articles in it, and like was known for good interviews with real famous people and good articles. But anyway, so including the one about the tongue sticking to the flagpole and eating Christmas dinner at a Chinese restaurant, which is funny because the Enlows for the last few years, and probably we already decided tonight, we also like to order Chinese food, but we have it delivered on Christmas Day, just so Mom doesn't have to cook, you know.
Right.
And we could just chillax and veg out at home. And so the subplot of the mangy dogs constantly harassing the old man was taken from another of Shepard's short story collections, Wanda Hickey's Night of Golden Memories and Other Disasters. In that book, the character of Ralph is about 17 years old.
Gotcha.
Right there.
In 2012, a stage musical adaptation of this movie opened on Broadway, and one of the co-producers was Peter Billingsley, who as a child played Ralphie, as we know. As an adult, Billingsley transitioned into the producing movies such as The Breakup, Four Christmases, and Iron Man,
which we mentioned earlier. Yeah.
A Christmas Story the Musical was the first stage play or musical that he produced. I didn't know they made a stage.
I didn't either until I printed this. Yeah, me either.
An elaborate fantasy sequence in which Ralphie joins Flash Gordon to fight Ming the Merciless was filmed but dropped from the final cut.
I would like to see that. I'm glad it was dropped because it definitely doesn't suit the Christmas Story theme.
Are those people?
Oh, Flash Gordon was like a popular science fiction character from old like movie serials. Serials are like little 5-minute like clips, and they would show like a new one every week and like a continuation, like a soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was in the 1980s, early 80s, there was a Flash Gordon movie, which was like, it's a cult classic. It's like so cheesy. It's one of those so good it's bad. So
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
it's so bad it's good movies, and with an amazing soundtrack by Queen. But anyway, yeah. So he was in. So and Ming was like the main villain for Flash Gordon.
Gotcha.
Oh, where are we at?
Mrs. Parker.
All right. Mrs. Parker's memory is correct. The Lone Ranger's nephew, Dan Reed, rode a horse named Victor. He was the son of the Lone Ranger's horse,
Oh, that was
Silver.
one of the like
The trivia
puzzles,
question. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to throw in a couple more real quick. Will Wheaton of he's famous for Stand By Me, and also for being on Star Trek: A New Generation. And he makes many cameos on The Big Bang Theory as well because because Sheldon loves Star Trek: A New Generation, and like that was like his idol.
Yeah.
And so Will Wheaton auditioned for the role of Ralphie.
That's cute.
Yeah, when we do Stand By Me, you'll know who he is.
Yeah.
So the Chinese restaurant is named Bowling. There is a neon sign across the top of the storefront that reads bowling, except the W is not lit.
That's funny.
It is funny. And I just want to mention one last thing. Speaking of the Chinese restaurant, the first two carols heard in the opening of the movie are Deck the Halls and Jingle Bells, which is the same two carols sung by the staff in the same order at the Chinese restaurant to close the movie. Mm-hmm. So that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they probably figured, well, we already paid for the rights for those songs. May as well have
just use them again.
Exactly. So there you go. That was A Christmas Story, our Christmas movie for this year. Our first,
our first Christmas edition. Yeah.
Yeah, for our first Christmas marathon and first Christmas movie. So we hope you enjoyed it. I know we did. And we do love that movie. Do you want to tell them what we're doing next week, or should I?
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next week.
And tell them why we're doing that movie, because of the year. Because we did yours. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week, we are going to be doing Gladiator with Russell Crowe. And it came out in the year 2000. And we're making the exception because I pushed for The Grinch, and now Dad gets a 2000s movie.
Yeah.
So.
Well, not 2000, just the year
2000. Yeah.
So there you go. We're going to do Gladiator next week. I hope you enjoy it. And then after Gladiator, we are going to go to every 2 weeks for our podcast. Yeah. So don't be sad if you're used to watching it every week. It'll just make you love it that much more. I hope.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So anyway, once again, this has been Rewind GenX Podcast with Matt and Allie. I'm Matt.
And I'm Allie.
God bless. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.